nasa ibang bansa na po at nagdala na po, nagiging more an academic yung issue. But depende pa po rin yan sa Supreme Court. Hindi po natin pwede pangunahan kung ano po ang magiging decision ng Supreme Court dito.
Raul Lambino. Attorney, I'll go straight to the point. You were the source of a false news report yesterday about the TRO being issued by the Supreme Court. What led you to give media interviews about
yes,
it?
Good evening, Seth. Good evening, Sean, and good evening, Pauline. Last night, we received a call that the Supreme Court will act on the urgent motion and manifestation filed by Attorney Torion. So Attorney Torion asked me to accompany him in the Supreme Court, and we were expecting that an order will come out to restrain the government from proceeding to punish or exile the former president. And so we have to rush and go back and go to the Supreme Court. So we were hoping that we can get an order last night, and unfortunately we're not able to get one. So we have to go back to Villamor after more than an hour of staying in the Supreme Court, as we haven't able to get any order from the High Court last night.
But why say that there was a TRO issue?
Well, what we say is that Attorney Torion informed me that most likely we can get a TRO, so we are going to the Supreme Court, and that's what we did last night.
I believe I heard your ambush interview outside the gates of the Supreme Court, Attorney Lambino, and you said you got reports and medyo you guys believe no, the source of that report. Kaya kayo tumuloy sa SC para maghanap ng hard copy. I guess we were wondering who that source was because we were seeing it as well with mga comments ng mga live streams.
Yes. Yeah, that's what Attorney Torion told me, because he is the one that's communicating, being the lead counsel in the petition that was filed. So Attorney Torion and I were in the Supreme Court. I am not going there without the lead counsel who filed the petition on behalf of the former president and Senator Rosa.
Sino po yung source?
I didn't know. I have no idea. It was Attorney Torion who was the one communicating to anybody there, the Supreme Court. So I have no direct contact as far as I'm concerned. I'm just relying on what Attorney Torion has given me that information. That we could possibly get an order, a TRO. And so, because things are already unfolding in the Villamor, that there were already moves to ship the president illegally to wherever they would want to bring him. So we really have to move fast, and we are hoping that we can get an order. Unfortunately, we did not get anything yet.
Ayun na nga po, Attorney, no? The Supreme Court did not give out a TRO last night and not even today. They said that you failed to establish a clear and unmistakable right for the immediate issuance of a TRO. Ano po ang response niyo doon sa Supreme Court, Attorney?
Well, we are happy with that kind of decision, the language used by the Supreme Court, because had they issued a denial of our urgent manifestation and motion for the issuance of a restraining order on the grounds that the matter is already moot and academic, since the former president has been shipped out of the country, then we are not going to find any more motion for reconsideration. I have just conversed with Attorney Torion, with the lead counsel, and we discussed the merits of this order of denial by the Supreme Court, and we are going to find immediately a motion for reconsideration of the order of denial that we received today.
There are legal experts who say, your petitions are moot. After all, the president, former president, is already in the jurisdiction of the ICC.
Well, are you referring to the original petition that was filed and
all these actions,
the
even if they're perhaps a rule in your favor, well, the president is already in under jurisdiction of the
No. It cannot become moot, because we are talking here of the constitutional right of a person who is illegally arrested, who is arbitrarily detained, and who is kidnapped and shipped to
But
somewhere
there's
else.
a warrant of arrest. There's a warrant of arrest. So how can you say that he's
No,
guilty?
the warrant of arrest as was the one being used as basis for the illegal arrest that was made was issued by a body that has no jurisdiction here in the Philippines, as we are no longer member of the International Criminal Court. So that particular warrant has no validity. It is void as far as Philippine law, as far as our judicial system is concerned.
So, attorney, may nakikita po ba kayong legal remedy na mapapabalik pa ang dating Pangulo dito sa bansa? Considering he's already on his way to the Netherlands, I mean, is still that a possibility?
Well, that is the reason why Attorney Panelo, acting on behalf of his clients, the daughter of the former president and the son Mayor Basti Duterte, filed separate petitions for habeas corpus this morning, I understand. And because it was illegal for the government to exile or punish or surrender the president to an entity or an agency that is no longer considered to have a sovereignty or the jurisdiction over a Filipino citizen. And so the purpose of the habeas corpus is for the Philippine government to explain why they committed this illegal act of arresting, of detaining, and of kidnapping and bringing to another country a Filipino citizen who is beyond the jurisdiction of the International Criminal Court, pursuant to the non-membership anymore of the Philippines with the International Criminal Court. So that is the contention. That is our contention, that it is the obligation of the Philippine government now to bring back the person that they have illegally shipped out of the Philippines to another country.
And
So
that
that is the purpose of the habeas corpus.
And that is why Attorney Panelo, in interviews given earlier today as well as Attorney Torreon, they were saying bahala na ang gobyerno dyan. That's exactly what they mean by that, right? When they say that.
Of course, we have to rely on what the government is going to say. When I say government, we're referring now to the Supreme Court, because the Supreme Court of the Philippines will be the ultimate entity that can make a decision as to whether our petitions have a legal basis. It's within the constitution of our country, and we do believe that we are in the right direction. Our position is legally tenable. It is not the ICC that will decide the fate of any Filipino citizen if ever there are crimes that have been committed in the Philippines, because we have an existing legal system that's functioning. We have our courts that are functioning. We have already tried and even convicted a former president, and there was even another president who was incarcerated. And we have some senators who were even incarcerated for similar heinous crime. And so we have an existing law and legal system that is functioning. The International Criminal Court can only come in areas or countries that have no functioning legal system, which is contrary to what we have in the Philippines.
Attorney, I'm wondering, were you able to talk to a former Executive Secretary Bingbong Medialdea at any point in time? We just wanted to figure out to get a handle on what happened, and eventually sumama si dating Pangulong Duterte dun sa mga police at sumakay sa eroplano, and it looked pretty peaceful actually. A lot of people are also saying it's by the book. Would you know ano yung, that
No,
thing, the linchpin?
it wasn't by the book. The president did not want to leave the country. He was forced to board the plane against his will, and there was no voluntary action on the part of the former president to go with what the Philippine National Police has done against him and against his rights. So, while there's no recourse by Executive Secretary Medialdea, but to accompany the former president in that particular, journey that we believe was really done illegally.
Have you spoken to him?
No. I wasn't able to talk to him. There were communications made by the former Executive Secretary with some of his friends here in the Philippines, but I do not want to quote what are the things that we have discussed because I have no personal information. I just heard from friends of the former Executive Secretary of how the situation is unfolding while they were going in the Middle East on the way to wherever, maybe in the Netherlands, I don't know.
Fair enough. And Attorney, Attorney, well, while you are seeking legal remedies with the Supreme Court here domestically, I mean, you already have the former president on the way to the Netherlands for the pre-trial at doon po sa ICC. Sino po ang magiging legal defense team ng dating Pangulo doon? Kayo po ba ay susunod din sa Netherlands?
No, I'm not going there. But if I go there, I would just visit the former president. But I'm pretty sure that legal teams are already being assembled, and that's the reason why Vice President Sara left this morning, going to the Netherlands to visit her father and to talk to the team of lawyers who will help handle the case in the Netherlands.
All right, we thank you so much for your time, Attorney Raul Lambino.